Hi everybody, and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jefferey Morrison. Alright, tonight we're going to do another whip and chat here. So, before I forget, we're going to do On Golden Shores by Chuck Pinson. Show you the picture for a minute. Diamond Art Club. Diamond shaped square. 29.1 inches by 21.6 inches, 74 centimeters by 55 centimeters, 48 colors, and 3 ABs, 136, 129, and 141. Any numbers under 150 are Aurora Borealis drills, either round or square for Diamond Art Club. So, yeah, there's 3. Alright, how's everybody been doing? I was working for a couple days there, so I was a bit on wasn't making any videos. So, days that I work, I don't make videos. I'm still on nights. Just drinking a cup of coffee. Holy cow, that seems strong today. Anyway, probably about my 3rd one today. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Don't worry, I'm still alive. It's all good. Yeah, just days when I work, I just like sleep in or yeah, and usually don't post videos, but when I'm not working, I try to post as much as I can, so I really don't have a fixed posting schedule. Yeah, so my drills are crooked, but hey, life goes on. Okay, what was 703? 7, right? Yep. Okay. Did I finish number 7 here? I don't know, I must have just like, once I hit an hour, I just like, stop recording. I just make my, whipping chats at least an hour. I might have very well finished number 7 here. 703, if I have that right. Yep. It looks like it. Okay. I just still had the drills out, so it was throwing me off. Just making sure. Yeah. Some days it's hard to just even get this set out in diamond paint, but I don't know. When I work, I sleep for most of the day just so I can get through the night without falling asleep or anything. Yeah, I was keep swigging out a cup of coffee here too, so don't mind me. I'll be done it eventually. Okay, so yeah, I thought sleeping during the day was gonna be hard, but I just go to bed. So years ago when I worked nights at my other place and did night shift there, I had a little more trouble getting to sleep. I think it was 8-hour shifts too back then, so I just worked straight 12. So the 12s don't bother me. Just night shift is just an adjustment, but yeah, I work that night shift for a month and then switch back to days for another month. And then, yeah, I go back and forth that way. And then work certain days, have every other weekend off. And this is my off weekend, so yeah, I'll just record when I can. So I have no fixed schedule here on the channel, on Echoes of Color, so it's all good. I just hang out when I can. Yeah. I just don't want to go promising something and then, yeah, not be able to fulfill it somehow. So yeah, I just want to do that to people. Just post when I can, so you get a video that way, you get content that way. At minimum, like once a week is my like goal, like the minimum. Like you'll get at least a video a week. Okay, so next color is part of this house here. It's probably a red. Okay, left 498 by the looks of it. I think it's just a continuation of, yeah. Oh, right. It's gonna be a little bit off screen, but 498 and 498. They match. Okay. It's a dark red. So this time. Hope everybody's doing good, staying safe. Hopefully your crafting projects are going well as well. People are getting beautiful canvases, and I'm seeing the DAC Diamond Art Club has some new canvases out, coming out tomorrow, pre-release, and I think there are a couple YouTubers, like fellow content creators, who have received kind of a sneak peek canvas that's coming out on Saturday. I think Miss Coffee, maybe? I don't know. I just seen the videos, but I didn't. Okay, 498. Just making sure. Oh. I usually just see the pre-release, like, the new canvases on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah. It's another Randall Spangler, for sure. Dragon on a couch, a draglet, sorry. On a couch, resting on a couch, reading a book, eating candy, I think. I had seen it very briefly. But yeah. Randall Spangler canvases are always pretty cool. So, good. Good to see. I don't know if Treasure... I thought it was the Treasure Studios art. One of their artists released has a new canvas coming out too. Thought I'd seen that earlier too. I'm not sure if it was Treasure Studios art or... Sure entirely. I just see canvases. Sorry. But yeah, I know. I'm kind of stuck on Diamond Art Club, but yeah. I just see what I see. So, like, don't think that I'm like, just because I'm working on a Diamond Art Club, that I'm going to be exclusive to Diamond. No. Not exclusive to any brands. I just have a lot of Diamond Art Club. I would like to embrace other diamond painting kits, because I'm kind of interested in the kit for any kit for the art work. Like, it's what the picture is. So I kind of find art that's appealing to me, that I'm kind of interested in. Yeah. So eventually I'll be doing IM after this Chuck Pinson here. This is an epic saga to get this one done, but yeah, it's just my work schedule. Nights, I do have to sleep during the day, or else I won't be able to function at night, even though I'm a night owl. How does that go? I think, yeah, I function better at night, but I think it's different because I'm like working and I have to be up for that entire 12 hours. I usually just stay up late at night when I'm not working or anything. I think that's the difference because I'm working for that 12 hours instead of just staying up and watching YouTube videos or whatever. Because, yeah, at night when my parents are in bed, that's the time where I can like really do stuff. Like, that's why I usually meditate at night. Yeah, just the end of the day. The rest of the house is like calm down. I already had my shower because I showered when I got up. So that's one of the advantages of night shift is kind of shower after I sleep through the day. Yeah, I'll go back to day shift for a month, and yeah, because I rotate with like three other people in my department. So yeah, I work one 12-hour shift at night for now, and then somebody comes in on day shift on their day to relieve me for the day shift, so 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and I'm 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And then we get a couple days off, like my coworker that relieves me gets relieved by the other person who's on days when they work, like the other pair of staff that work in my department. They do that cycle as well. They do 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. to get their days in. So, yeah. Because when I work weekends, it's Monday, Tuesday. I have Wednesday, Thursday off, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then the next week, it's Monday, Tuesday off, work Wednesday, Thursday, and then have the weekend off. Yeah, it just keeps going like that. I didn't realize it was a pattern until I like physically looked at it, because the schedule's kind of printed for everybody, all the staff, so that they know when to rotate from days to nights for a month. There's some departments at my place where they just work 8 hours, and they just rotate days and afternoons on a 2-week basis, I believe it is. But for my department, it's just 12-hour shifts, days or nights, and the designated days that I mentioned before. I don't mind that. I'm used to 12-hour shifts, so that doesn't bother me. And I don't have kids or anything. I'm not a parent or anything. So it's a shift that works for me, and it's a department that works. It's a job that works for me. So now I'm pretty much used to what goes on. I now know how to drive forklift, so I had never learned how to drive forklift until I started at this place. I could have learned forklift years ago, but at my other previous job, but that opportunity never really came along because I always had to be cleaning a line or whatever while forklift instructor was there. There was like a line down or something. Something always prevented me from getting forklift certification or license. So yeah, no worries. I had always been intimidated by forklift, like driving a forklift, but just being able to learn the theory one night that I was on nights with in-house training. Somebody that just teaches forklift. They have the book there and everything, and it's just, okay, I'm just going to sit through all the modules and yeah, all that. Is theory one night and then practical, like actually driving the forklift the next night. So I don't know, but just everybody's patient there. And they're yeah, it's great. I like it. So I don't use the forklift very often, but I do the pre-op check sheet just in case. Sometimes, like, if I know I'm probably not going to be on it, I don't do the pre-op sheet. So, but I usually do the paperwork for a pallet lifter, electric pallet lifter, though, to check the steering and the horn. It's just like a lift cart, like a pump cart, except it's electric, so you don't have to pump it. It's run by a battery, and it just lifts product pallets. So you can place them in the warehouse. So I use that a lot more than the forklift, but I am technically able to drive a forklift now. Yeah, it's like instructor was like, or my coworker was like, when you have spare time in the night shift, just get on the forklift and get used to how it drives. Yeah, kind of like the electric pallet lifter as well, but yeah. Yeah, it's not so intimidating to get onto the forklift now. I don't know how to drive it 100% perfectly because it's a back wheel drive, but I'm a heck of a lot more comfortable and not as concerned or afraid of the forklift to operate a forklift now that I know the controls and all that, so. And it's just so much easier to control, better than like a joystick at my other place. It's a joystick, and I had to keep looking at the control legend, and like, oh man. No, I used to like playing video games, but like, holy cow, everything just on a one joystick. Oh, just yeah. On this model of forklift, it's 3 levers, and each of them control a separate component of the forklift, like lifting, lowering, tilting the forks, and side shifting the forks. So good. And there's a parking brake, an actual brake. You kind of have to drive with both feet, not just with one foot like a car. Yeah, because there's just like a regular brake, an emergency brake. and it lets you know if the emergency brake's engaged. There's a dash and everything. So it's very easy to drive. Just have to get used to the back wheel drive. But yeah, it's not built to go very fast. Like, our warehouse isn't huge or anything. It's just there. Anybody who's trained, who's competent enough to be in the driver's seat, put the seatbelt on, and operate the machinery in a safe manner is allowed to be on it. And yeah. So, nothing wrong there. Yeah, because part of the job application was willingness to obtain a forklift license or certification. Yeah, and I said in my interview that I had never done forklift, so they're like, we'll train you. That's fine. Okay. It's just like, I've never been on a forklift. They're like, good, okay, we'll train you. Sweet. I don't know, I just gotta use it a little bit more, but I don't know, man. Just, I don't know, even on night shift, it's just, yeah, I still have work to do, but I don't want to just be on a forklift, just burning the battery down, but you kind of have to be using the forklift to get used to it. So I don't know. Nobody really cares as long as you're like not driving off the shipping dock or injuring somebody. It can't go too fast, but if you do something reckless on it or you treat it improperly, it could kill somebody. So, yeah. That doesn't worry me because I have something of common sense, I hope, at this point in life, but yeah, I still have to be mindful of that. And it isn't a sprawling warehouse, so I do have to not try to take down a support pillar and the whole half of my building collapses. So yeah, it's a lot of it's common sense. So I have some of that. I hope. Like, yeah, a lot of it's common sense. Okay, 814. Yeah, it's that white dot. Okay, good. It's something I've done before. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's dark purple or something, 814. But I've used it before. It's just basically a shading drill. Yeah, for Ontario, Canada, to be in like lockdown due to COVID, there was an awfully lot of traffic on the highway that I live. When I was coming home this morning, I had to sit at an intersection for a few minutes or so. I was in no rush to get home, but I'm like, really? And then I went into town earlier today to go to the bank, and there was just quite a few number of people out. It's like, we're in lockdown, and yeah. Just like, where are all these people going? I don't know. It's just not being taken seriously enough. There's like 4 or 5 variants of this COVID-19 virus. And yeah, we all just wanted to go on its merry little way, but for there to be like still air travel into Canada and out of the country, which I heard today, and I was just like, yeah, no wonder we have like variants from Brazil and like British Columbia and all that. Yeah, I'm Canadian if this is your first WIP and chat with me. Echoes of color here. Yeah, I live in Ontario, Canada. So, the province of Ontario. Yeah. I don't know what lockdown's like in other places of the world, but yeah, it's rough on a lot of people, but with these like 4 or 5 other variants, I'm surprised more people are just acting like it's just an ordinary day. It's just, I'm deemed an essential worker because I work in food, so I'm putting my mask on. And for my area of the food industry, the product I'm working with is very sensitive to moisture and bacteria, so I really can't afford to be doing anything reckless or stupid in public or at any time, because that could make a lot of people sick if I'm not being responsible health-wise. So that should go with like any job, really. Like, should try to have good habits and stay healthy and safe and not do anything that would endanger or affect the health of your coworkers, etc. But I can't telecommute for my job. I'm in manufacturing, and I run a line by myself for 12 hours with a radio on me to contact my supervisor or team leader if any troubles arise, or if I need help, or to do radio checks, because where I work is divided with either raw product or finished product, which I work with. I'm the finished product half of the building. Yeah, so I have to wear a certain color uniform so that other employees know which department I'm in, and vice versa. So I can't go into their department without changing, and they can't come into my department without changing. So it just prevents cross-contamination, and yeah, our product is highly susceptible to cross-contamination and it can create trouble. So, yeah. Food safety. Food safety 101. To be blunt. I don't know. Yeah, just don't fool around with raw food or finished food and mix that with raw. So, yeah. Not a really good idea. So, there are preventative measures to prevent unnecessary cross-contamination and thousands, if not millions of dollars of potential damages or health problems. So, yeah. Just finished my coffee here. I don't like when it gets too cold. I used to drink like iced coffees, like ice caps or whatever. But yeah, it was just sugar. Ice crystals in the form of sugar. Sugared ice, I guess you could say. Alright. Okay, I'm slightly... Yeah, I'm just kind of working like down here. Phone's shifting. Because it can, yeah, it's just gonna shift. Because that's what it likes doing. Could be the position of my phone too, yep. I can't really just go out and get like a better camera stand. It would almost have to be like a tripod behind me over my shoulder or something to be able to do this shot that I'm doing with just a flexible dollar store holder here, cell phone holder. Oh, 666. Oh, man. I don't think I'll ever have like high class technology to shoot these. Like, this is just my cell phone. If I had a camera, then I'd have to have a PC and a camera, so it exports the video onto an editing software on my computer. Yeah, it's just holy. I just have an app on my phone to add my logo and all that. Alright. 666. Yeah, it's just that arrow. Left facing arrow, right? Okay. Like there's too many. Oh, of course, I always pour like more than I need. Yeah, the government says like that everybody who can go get a vaccine should go get it, but I'm like under 40 for age group. I'm like halfway to like 5 years away from being 40, but I think they're trying to like get needles into 80-year-olds, etc. Like the older population. I'll just say older population, sorry. It's okay to be old, it's okay. Don't worry. C, haven't I done C? Oh, it's staring right at me. Lol. Oh, darn. That dark red again. Yeah, they're trying to get older people vaccinated here in Ontario, at least. I think somewhere there's 30-year-olds like my age group getting vaccinated somewhere. But I totally forget where. I watch the news, but I really don't absorb it all, I guess. I guess I get distracted by, like, really silly decisions that the government makes. Like, keep churches and stuff open, but only 10 people can be in the building. It's like, what? Who's thinking up this stuff? And there's like 5 or 6 variants, plus like the original, floating around, and they really don't want people congregating inside yet. I'm like, what? It's like so confused. And then it's like the reporters asking the questions like weren't it doesn't even seem like they were paying attention in like the ask the silly questions portion of the press conference, and the government or health officials just answer the question anyway, while probably like rolling their eyes or silently screaming inside like these people are morons or something. It's like, oh man, just questions about vaccines, and the government wants us to get vaccinated, but we can't get the vaccines fast enough. All the vaccine supplies that are coming to Canada are already accounted for and are going into people's arms. Like, those doses are accounted for. So, saying get vaccinated, but we can't. Because any doses that are on the way to the country are already going to be in somebody's arm. Already going to be used. Okay. Let's do this 701 before I... Just missing a couple drills as usual. It's just... Yes, it's true that getting vaccinated will cut down on COVID-19 outbreaks, but we just cannot get enough vaccine to help everybody out. Yeah, this WIP in chat is me fighting with my camera. Or me potentially breaking my camera. Ooh, how magical and entertaining. Snap. Oh, yeah. I know. I'm an essential worker, but doesn't mean I should get first dibs. I'd say paramedics, nurses, and frontline workers in general should be getting the shot first. Any vaccination first, no matter what country, the States, Canada, Brazil, UK. I'm talking the entire world, like the elderly, older people who are easily susceptible to COVID-19. Well, who isn't? It could kill anybody, any age group. It really doesn't discriminate. It's a virus. So let's bear that in mind too. But more sensitive age groups should be getting the vaccine first. Younger children even. But yeah. Police, paramedics, yeah. Frontline workers. I'm in the food industry and deemed an essential worker, but I'll get the vaccine when I can. Like, I'm not going to force it. And yeah. I just have to be patient. And I hope other people can be patient too. But yeah, it's hard when there are now vaccines out and yeah, they're just not available in Canada. I'm sure people are getting vaccinated pretty good in the States. But yeah, I follow some of the US news like MSNBC, that kind of thing, but I can't know 100% how vaccines are doing down there. But it's good that even some individuals who can get them are getting them, so there's at least that in itself. That was a really weird, out of place, dark red there. Holy. Okay, where are we now? Yeah, camera's not cooperating. But anyway. Just these three. Yeah, the camera's just like shifting to the right. Ugh. Holy cow, this is a very rigid wire here. Oh. Okay, just gotta do that color again. 498. Let's use the container. But yeah, eventually this whole COVID-19 thing will be history, even though it seems like it's been around for ever now. Yeah, and I know COVID-19 is probably mentioned everywhere, but yeah. It's good to hear about it, like what's happening, but yeah, just for a bit. Yeah, really don't need to be inundated with COVID-19 stuff, talking about the same thing all day, but yeah. I just try to keep it to a news cycle, like just go through a news cycle and just hear about other world events. I'm sorry to hear about another mass shooting at a FedEx location in the States. I'm not sure exactly what state, but my condolences to the families of the employees who were killed or injured. Yeah, it may just be like a summary paragraph on CP24 in the news, but that's still, yeah, it gets reported on up here in world news, so I'm sorry to hear that for any of the families. That's never good. So my condolences. to anyone who's passed away, and to everyone's family and friends of the deceased. No matter what happened, COVID, shooting, or just passing away, could almost put that in the video every day that I record, because yeah, it's quite almost a daily thing. People passing away, not just from COVID, but various other events. Yeah, I acknowledge it every day, even though I probably don't directly mention it, but I acknowledge that kind of idea every day. It's important to remember those who have lost their lives, no matter what happened, war, disease, natural causes. It's just important. It's a segment of my day to reflect on who has passed away. It's kind of like a meditation, or thought of reflection. Yeah, I do it every day. Just spend a minute or two just remembering and appreciating other people's sacrifices for what we have now. So, but yeah, that's just me. That's just something I personally do. So. Yeah, I haven't really covered daily events or daily news, really. I've talked about COVID before, of course, because that's pretty prominent. But like world news kind of stuff, I haven't really talked about it, I don't think. So yeah, and it's readily accessible if you want it to be, but yeah, man, probably won't dwell on it too much. Well, I'll dabble into COVID-19 every once in a while for sure, because yeah, it's just there. But yeah, life matters no matter who you are or whoever passed away, or yeah, each life is an individual experience, and it's just as important as anybody who is alive right now. Everybody's life has a purpose, and everybody's important, invaluable to society in ways that we'll probably never know. But every life has a purpose, even if it's not a personally defined. So there are like billions of people on planet Earth here, and just think of all those lives and lives that have been lived before we were even born ourselves. So it's pretty profound what happens every day or every second that we blink, or yeah, what happens every minute of every day while we're sleeping or while the other half of the world is sleeping. Well, yeah, the sun's shining over here. And the sun sets over there. Or, yeah, it's night over there. Whatever. Yeah, the world's just gonna keep turning. And profound stuff is gonna happen every day. Through anybody's eyes. So, life is a universal, interconnected experience. No matter how you look at it, even though we probably won't know ourselves know certain things directly. Probably just indirectly, so. But his life is gonna be a different experience. Probably never the same as somebody else's. So, kind of like a fingerprint or a snowflake. So, yeah, life is valuable and special. Okay, I'll do yeah, kind of a heavy hour with the current events. Sorry about that. I just kind of drift through conversation here. I highly doubt I'll talk about stuff that's too heavy, but if it does get a little heavy, just let me know. If it's a little too scary. Yeah, COVID-19 in itself is probably scary as it is. I kind of get the heebie-jeebies sometimes too. But mostly some common sense stuff just drives me up the wall. But I still sit there and just get what I can for news. Like, it goes down to personal responsibility a lot of the time, but I'm not everybody. I'm not in certain people's shoes. I can't make everybody's decisions for them, so it's a personal choice thing and personal responsibility. But what can you do? It's just experience everything firsthand, and from what I hear, I usually like going by fact for anything. So if a government official is saying something and they show vivid evidence, that's what I go by. Usually don't go surfing the internet for COVID-19 kind of information. I usually go to a credible source, which I hope is credible a lot of the time, for any of that information. So, but yet again, then you have to look at what's actually credible information-wise. So it's, yeah, it's a mess. 30. There's got to be some truth out there somewhere. It's just, it's got to be out there somewhere, I hope. Because if we're misled about anything information-wise, we're in trouble. That just sows the seeds for chaos, and a lot of people really don't need that right now. I don't think the world needs any more of that right now, but yeah. Stuff's bound to happen, irregardless, so just gotta be in the moment. Live and it'll just naturally go from there, unfortunately. Life will just move forward. So will time. Every moment I'm talking to in the WIP and chat here, it will just be a part of history. Yeah, time just flows. Life just moves forward and onward. And yeah, sometimes it just feels like a blur. 10 years go by and it's like, what? It's 2000 what? So yeah, life is an experience. Just gotta try and savor the moments that you want to enjoy, that is. You don't want to savor misery or pain. Even though those hurdles do come up, for sure, for anybody. Yeah. Yeah, those difficult times will come up, but gotta take the good with the bad. Even though that's like easier said than done, probably. For sure. That's a statement I believe in. Yeah, you'll have good times and bad times. And as long as you help or support to ride out the rough times in some shape or form, then yeah. You'll get through it. Man, so will I. I don't have great days either, but yeah, I just gotta take it minute by minute. You can't live in the future until you're actually in that present moment. You just gotta take it 1 minute at a time. Life will come, life will go. People will come, people will go in your life that you see and are with. Yeah, it's just how it goes. It's a cycle that just keeps going. Life is an ongoing lesson or experience that you individually direct and is directed by others as well, or influenced by others, but you yourself are always the protagonist in your own life, and you yourself are the only one who can control your actions, or you yourself make the decisions that impact your life. You make the final choice. So, yeah, just bear that in mind. But if you do take a misstep, then look at it as a learning opportunity. What you can do to improve or learn from the misstep. We'll all make missteps in life. I have made quite a few myself. I'm not perfect. I'm never going to vouch to be perfect. And I'm not going to point a finger at other people telling them that they made a misstep. Because I'm pretty sure I'll have like a dozen more fingers pointing back at me if I do that. So that's not fair to anybody. To point out somebody else's flaws when I'm probably like flooded with flaws. But that's what makes us human and individual. It's okay not to be perfect. We're not meant to be perfect. We're meant to learn from each other and discover ourselves every day and learn from each other every day. So, yeah, it's kind of like not having straight drills on a canvas or a messed up brush stroke, or you color outside the lines on a coloring page. You don't draw a straight line without a ruler. Your printing's not neat one day. It's not terrible to make mistakes as long as there's knowledge and the capacity to understand and change or reflect on that change or improve for the next time that circumstance comes up. It's okay to make mistakes. We all do. Don't like making mistakes, but I'd rather, it's a lot easier to acknowledge and learn from any mistakes and to gain a better understanding of how or what I can do to be better. Yes, learning the hard way. I've done that quite a few times. What not to do the hard way, but yeah. It's how I learn. So, and yes, we all learn differently, but if you take anything from any of that, is that it's okay not to be perfect, and it's okay to make mistakes. We all learn differently, but what's as important is that you learn from any mistakes that you've made. Or there's a better solution or method to correct what missteps you have taken or I take. So, you're never truly alone. Anything you do, but yeah. You yourself control or make the final decision in anything you do in life, whether you have influence surrounding you or not. So, yeah. But anyway, after like this heavy hour of hardcore topic, I just kind of gabbed for an hour, and I've gabbed for more than an hour now. So you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. I will put my Facebook profile page down below in the description. My companion business page just provides updates of my YouTube channel here, Echoes of Color. It's just basically a companion page to this, to my YouTube, Instagram, and my email. So yeah, as always, take care, stay safe, and see you next time. Bye.